There are two kinds of people in the world, my friend. Those with a rope around their neck and the people who have the job of doing the cutting. Listen, the neck at the end of the rope is mine. I run the risks.
The good, the bad, and the ugly.
Two can dig a lot quicker than one.
All right, now time for the good, the bad, and the ugly. And since Ali is not here, he's in vacation mode.
I can read his if you want.
What's funny is I'm going to do two. I'm going to do one for me and one for Ali.
Nah, I got him.
But some of them I actually wrote down. Like, I knew Ali was going to maybe mention that, so I'm just going to put it down. So Ali sent us his. Here we go. The good, the bad, and the ugly. Let's start off with the good. I just got to give a huge shout out to former Arizona baseball head coach Jay Johnson. And I know people are not going to want to hear about this, but he just won his second national championship in 3 years at LSU. Safe to say that he made the right move. And LSU is paying him twice as much money as Arizona's giving him. The resources for LSU baseball, it's just better than Arizona. And now
all he has to do is live in the South.
And all he's got to do is live in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, which I heard is a lovely city. But Jay Johnson winning his second national championship in 3 years, we could be looking at a dynasty down there in Baton Rouge with the former Arizona baseball coach leading the way. So shout out to him, Jay Johnson, former U of A baseball coach, getting another natty. That's my good.
First undefeated run in 12 years.
Yeah, the first team to go completely undefeated in the postseason since 2013. Impressive stuff.
What I just said, Justin.
Yes. Very, very good stuff. You want to read off Ali's good?
Yeah, he just wrote the Steelers.
Of course.
So I'll throw in there was a thrilling NBA championship game 7.
Yes.
Just to that was weird just to supplement that. So
and I think to add on to that, and this was my second part of the good, was the stretch that TJ McConnell had in the second half. I mean, there was a 10-minute stretch where the only scorer for the Indiana Pacers was TJ McConnell. And then it got into the fourth quarter, and Benedict Mathurin started to score a little bit. And the Wildcats were the only reasons why OKC just didn't boat race Indiana. I mean, if it wasn't for Benedict Mathurin and TJ McConnell, especially the latter, especially TJ, if it wasn't for those two guys, OKC would have won that game by 30-plus points. Mm-hmm. But, all right, now moving on to the bad. My bad is John Jones. What are you doing? John, the historic UFC fighter, legendary career. Well, he just retired. He stopped. He's like, I'm retiring. I'm just going to call it quits. And then he gets into another criminal charge in Albuquerque. He's originally from New Mexico. Mm. But it just seems like every single year, John Jones gets arrested for something.
Is it at least like good stuff, or like is it pretty bottom of the barrel stuff?
This year, well, this year he's
talking white collar, blue collar. What are we doing here?
Well, the latest charge, he allegedly fled the scene of an accident.
Oh,
and he is scheduled to appear in court on July 24th. Now, Albuquerque police has had several run-ins with John Bones Jones, and
poor Albuquerque police.
I know, ABQ police. They're like, God, we keep dealing with this Heisenberg guy.
Yeah.
Jesse Pinkman, and then all of a sudden this John Jones guy.
We have to police the city of Albuquerque. This sucks.
I know, man. But John Jones, like, I don't even know how many criminal charges he has faced in the last, decade, but it's like every year, John Jones doing something stupid. The whole Jones family, just mentally unstable. I mean, they really need some help. Not only just John Jones, but look at Chandler Jones, the former NFL player that played for the New England Patriots and the Raiders. When he went just completely off the wall and just went nuts, and police had to go check on him every other day. So that family is cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, and John Jones is the latest example of that. After retiring, man, great UFC career. one of the greatest mixed martial artists of all time. He's also just one of the craziest people of all time, too. And a guy that just can't stay out of trouble, can't stay out of his own way. And my bad is also, I think it's with Ollie's ugly, is the umpire in the College World Series ejecting Coastal Carolina coach Kevin Schnall and their first base coach, Matt Schilling, in the first inning in the elimination game. Now, listen, I'm one to always demand respect. And if you're the umpire and you felt like what the Coastal Carolina coach said was completely out of line, you go over there and you talk to him about it. If this was a regular season game, yeah, can him, get rid of him. But we're talking about an elimination game. Tension is high. It's a very emotional game, right? These guys are on the cusp of winning a national championship.
Yeah, it's not just an elimination game. It's a national championship series.
It's the national championship series. If you are an umpire, you have to have the thickest skin of them all. You might hear some things that managers and coaches are going to regret. You're going to hear it. But you don't insert yourself into that part of the game. It was the very first inning, and the umpire was like, you know what? I'm going to go in there, and I'm going to make it about me. You guys are out of here! And then I'm not saying, like, that's the reason why Coastal Carolina lost the game, but, like, you don't have your head coach. You don't got your first base coach. They get ejected in the first inning. And I'm not trying to compare it to the Tyrese Halliburton situation, but, like, there are certain moments that happen that just completely take the soul out of your team. And losing your skipper at that point, I just felt so bad for Coastal Carolina. And honestly, I'm like, freaking umpires. What is this? Is this Angel? Did Ollie make a note that the umpire's name was Angel?
Yep.
Okay, so I got a proposition. For college baseball and Major League Baseball.
And WNBA.
The WNBA. To play in the WNBA. If your name is Angel, don't bother doing it. Just don't bother. We have to, like, and listen, I know a couple of Angels. I know a couple of Angels, right? Listen, man, you got to find another career. Be a TikTok influencer. Be a construction worker, be a plumber. You are no benefit to society if you are named Angel and you are in officiating or umpiring. Just no effect whatsoever.
Or playing big for the Chicago Sky.
Yeah. I mean, you are good at collecting your own misses.
Yeah.
Getting your own rebounds and getting second chance points that way.
Well, and maybe that's Angel as umpires as well.
Oh, that's true.
He bounced back after that. He was like, man, probably should have inserted myself at that point in the game, but today's going to be a great day.
The calls after that were flawless. I will say that. But yeah, if you're an umpire, especially in the College World Series, don't insert yourself. Anyways, my ugly is Tyrese Halliburton, Achilles injuries. Man, first 5 minutes of the game, I thought we were going to be in for a special Game 7. And then Tyrese Halliburton goes down, and it just, like when you try to like make something that like your mom passed down to you, like a recipe, there's just that one ingredient that's missing, right? Like, I don't know, you used baking soda instead of flour, or
my God, you're going to generate thrust in the
or like
oven there.
there's that one key ingredient where you were like, you know what? This is good.
That's a pretty big mistake.
Like, this banana bread, it's really good. It's just missing something. That's how I felt about the Game 7 last night. I'm like, man, this chocolate chip banana bread, it's solid. I'm going to keep eating it, but it just ain't the same. And that's how I felt about Tyrese Halliburton going down. I'm like, this is a good game. I love seeing TJ and Ben. They have great second halves, but no Halliburton against Shea, who's having a great game. It just felt like something was missing. But there's an Achilles epidemic in the NBA right now. You have Halliburton.
Everybody's got him.
And Jason Tatum went down with his injury. It's an Achilles. And Dame also. All three of them wore the number 0. And all three of them had calf injuries. And they just tried to tough it out. and then they rupture their Achilles. So I think moving forward, calf injuries are going to be taking just a little bit more serious in the NBA. Just a little bit. But, man, I feel bad for Tyrese Halliburton. I feel bad for the Indiana Pacers. If only they had won that Game 4. If they didn't fumble that Game 4, maybe we'd be talking about something else. But, man, I feel bad for the Pacers. And then lastly, I know we got to get to our interview with Saul Bookman, but my last ugly is just people. People are just so damn ugly. There was a man on a flight yesterday or over the weekend who exposed Jamar Chase, the Bengals wide receiver. Jamar Chase was just taking a casual commercial flight by himself, kept his head down, had his hoodie on, and the guy was just like, hey, everybody, Jamar Chase is on this flight. He didn't want to sign my autograph, so, hey, here he is. Feel free to bug him. And I'm like, okay, so he didn't want to sign your autograph. He just kept his nose down. A grown man, by the way. It's not like it's a little kid. A grown man didn't get his widow autograph from Jamar Chase. And then all of a sudden, he's just like, hey, everybody, bug the celebrity on the plane. He didn't give me an autograph. Freaking loser. Like, buddy, the only loser is the guy who's yelling right now on this plane.
Yeah.
So, people. Grown-ass men.
That dude specifically.
Bitching about an autograph. What are we doing here? Anyways, that's the good, the bad, and the ugly for this week. We appreciate you guys, as always. All right, coming up next, we got our guy, Saul Bookman, joining the show. Stay tuned.
Still thinking about you baking with only baking soda. No flour.